Kilo, Charlie 2, Delta, Mike, Hotel. Copy?
Roger, Roger, Delta Mike Hotel. I got you there. At least we have a nice little front to our recording if we bust it out. I'm copying you on my Georgia SDR. What is your location, sir?
What is your location, sir?
My location is Conway, South Carolina, South Carolina.
Roger, and what radio are you running today, sir?
I'm running a new to me ICOM 7600, and I do have a BW1 on the floor, but that's not hooked up yet. I imagine I could use a little more power, but I just had to replace one of my dipoles. Electrical damage here. I'm about 10 miles off the ocean, and gets pretty active in here. But I put up an Alpha Delta. Never bought a pre-made antenna in my life. This is the first one. And I just wanted to see if I was at least getting out. I can tell you I'm hearing a lot more than I have been. By the way, the microphone is a Heil PR781. So, how copy? Name here is Roy.
Roger, Roy. Well, I'm copying you about 10 over. I went to my local antenna, and you were much better on my local antenna than Georgia's. So you're about 10 to 12 over. And that 7600, what do you like about it? It's pretty nice radio, huh?
I'll tell you, I hear a lot of good things about the 7610, but I bought this and it sat for about 6 months. And I did not buy it new, I bought it used, and I gotta say, it was pristine when I got it, and it's beautiful. Overall, I've never been much of an ICOM man, except for VHF and UHF. I used to do a lot of contesting. But this is the first one I've ever purchased for HF. And I'll tell you, I'm quite impressed. I'm so impressed that I bought a 7300 to back it up. So that's the shack basically here, besides my old standby Drake TR4CW. But I wanted to see how it was going to do for me. By the way, you're hitting me at 25 dB over S9. When you dropped to 100 watts before, I think you lost about 3 dB. Kilo Charlie 2 Delta Mike Hotel.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. We're set up pretty much for the East Coast from Montreal to Miami with a hotspot through the Carolinas. Now, I noticed on your audio we could get you a little bit fatter, I believe, if you would be interested. It starts with a token amount of 3 dB, 3 on your compressor. You would engage your compressor at about a 3. Roger, barely a token amount, but yet it begins the process of fattening your audio, Roger.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can play with that a little bit right now. I have it on, and I'm going to, let me see, my ALC is actually peaking at near 100%, probably in the range of about 90%. I'm going to back off on that a little bit to begin with, and we'll see if we can give this a little bit more of a kick. My voice quality is not great, I have to admit, because I went through a bout of lung cancer, and it got into my lymph nodes, and actually how I found out I had cancer was I couldn't speak. Actually, one of the nodes apparently was causing pressure against one of the vocal cords, and I lost my voice completely. But I won't apologize for my voice quality. It's the best I can do. Kilo Charlie 2, Delta Mike Hotel.
Roger, Roger, right. Okay, so engage your compressor at a 3. Turn your compressor on and adjust it to a 3 input. Roger?
Okay, I'm going to pull it up right now. Here we got. I have it displayed here. I know a little bit about the radio. Compressor is on and it shows wide, but not showing any indication on the compressor. And I'm looking for, I think that's a multifunction. Okay, we'll see. Trying to figure out which one controls that. If you could give me a clue, I do have a display. ALC is hitting about on the compressor range is showing about a 10 or 12, but compressor is showing 0. I'm not sure, that part I haven't played with.
Okay, we have probably maybe a limited time here before these conditions shift around, so let's move as fast as we can. The deal is, what kind of input control do you have to the compressor? Is it a rotary dial, a slider, or what?
Well, I believe I need to select one of the function buttons here because I do have a display here that says compressor on it, says Y. I can't get any, I'm not seeing any deflection. Wait a minute. Yes, I am. I'm showing a 15 on the compressor. Okay. It was a bad call on my part. It's showing about a 15 and goes up to 20 dB. Actually, it goes up probably to about 30 dB indicator, but I have it set at about a 15 now.
Okay, Roy, what we want then is a 10. We only want that compressor to function at a third of its capability. So if it's 30 max, we want to do 10. Roger?
Roger. Okay, I'm thinking with that now. Okay, I may have brought it back too far. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, I'm peaking in the normal tone of voice. I'm peaking at a 10 right now. Does that sound better?
Yeah, now I want you to go to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand and adjust your ALC reading for mid-scale to 2/3 by talking into your microphone like 100, 200, 300, 400. You want to keep that needle up on the ALC meter so you can see exactly what it's doing. So it's 100, 200, 300, 400, and the meter stays up and you're adjusting your mic gain for mid-scale to 2/3.
Okay, we will give that a try now. I'm going to, I got ALC indicated, 100, 200, 300, I'm at about 50%. I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. 400, 500, we're showing about 2/3 to 3/4, 600, 700, 800. Let me look at the compression again and see what we got for compression.
Don't adjust the compressor anymore. It's fine. And listen to the cadence I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. You don't want to go 100, 200. You want to keep that meter up so you can see what it's doing. So it's 100, 200, 300, 400. Roger?
Of about 13, 14. So I may have to play with this a little bit more. As I said, I'm not thoroughly familiar with it, but I do have a book and I do know how to use it. Kilo Charlie 2 Delta Mike Hotel.
Roger, right. Okay, what I'm saying to you is that you need to speak more quickly, 100, 200, 300, 400, and keep that meter up so you can see what it's doing. You can't go 100, 200, 300, because the meter falls down. You want to see what it's doing, so you're 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and adjusting your mic gain that way. So, you keep that audio going so you can see what it's doing.
Okay, let me try that. Let me give that a shot. I'll do the best I can. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. It's sitting almost solid at a indication right now for the ALC of about 75 to 90%.
All right, I think you've probably got a more accurate reading the way you did it last time, because you've got to be, in order to see where the meter is, you have to keep that meter up, and the only way you can really do that is by expediting your tempo of speech or your rate of speech to where your meter stays up there so you can see how to adjust it. And so you're looking for mid-scale to 2/3 optimum reading on the ALC, Roger.
And the comp level, it says with main dial. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I just hit the compression level up a little bit, and I'd like you to get an idea if that's better or worse. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500.
Okay, Roy, now you got to listen to what I'm telling you. We only want a third of the capabilities of that compressor, so a 10. Set it on a 10. If it's maxed at 30, a 10 is a third of its capability, and that's where we want to adjust it. Once you get that, set it to a third, you don't have to do anything else to the compressor. Roger?
Okay, very good. Yeah, I have it set there now. It's showing about 50% scale because it has a level reading of a comp level of 1 to 5. So I'm doing about a 3, and I'm doing about probably a 3 right now. This should be a good number. It's showing about mid-scale on the compression level. All
right, we want to be slightly higher than mid-scale. Mid-scale to 2/3. You know, if you can rock between mid-scale and 2/3, the ideal spot is that spot between mid-scale to 2/3, but you just can't run that, so you have to plus or minus that. So that's why we say mid-scale to 2/3. 2/3 is 66 and 2/3%, you know?
Yeah, okay, let me see. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. And, okay, I have it up now. It's just around 2/3. And let me just give a quick count here. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and it's very consistent.
Excellent. I think you've done that. I think you've got it now. Now we want to move to your equalization. Do you know where the EQ is on your radio?
That's going to have to be another day. But I do thank you, sir, very much for your time. Actually, I just got in from putting up the dipole, and I have a 95-foot tower. And it took me quite some time to get it up there with the dipole ends coming down to the about 30 feet from the ground, and the apex being at about 80 feet. So I may be getting some interaction with my guy wires, and but I'll tell you, it's nice to be able to talk to somebody. I've had so much trouble. The last one was an off-center fed that was home built, and it just completely died. The bigger problem is I have a Mosley Pro 67B up there, and it's dead. I think I took a hit.
Roger, Roy. Okay, let me give you notes for when you find your radio EQ. I want you to increase your top-end EQ to 3 clicks. 3 clicks boost on your top-end EQ when you find out where it is. Roger, 3 clicks boost, top-end.
Okay, I copy. 3 clicks, top-end on the top EQ. I'll bring that up 3 clicks when I get there. And hopefully things will sound a little bit better. But I got to say, the indications I have here right now, the compression and ALC is looking very good from this perspective. So you're right, I probably need to touch the EQ up a little bit too. But I'll get there, just not right now. I got to take a little bit of a break and get some water. I tire out very quickly with everything going on with me. But I do thank you, sir, very much for your help. Extremely helpful, and I'm glad at least I'm getting out a little bit. And you have a beautiful signal, by the way, and you certainly have everything set up very nicely. Your voice tone and quality is excellent, and doesn't hurt to have 25 to 30 dB over S9 either. So I want to say 7-3 to you, sir, and again, thank you for your time. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor from Kilo Charlie 2 Delta Mike Hotel. 7-3.
Roger, Roger, Roy. Pleasure, sir. 3 is that way. And if you get a chance and you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV followed by the date 10/9/20, that will take you to this recording. So it's KC9VKV followed by 10/9/20 on a YouTube search will take you to get you to this recording. We're currently featuring about 1,320 recorded Qso-Vlog, so that's why it's important to search this one that way to be able to go directly to it. Otherwise, you're going to have to be going through a bunch of stuff. So it's KC9VKV 10/9/20 will take you right to here. And so we'll say 3s, and if you get a chance, gosh, and do some work on your homework there and find your EQ, crank it in, and manage to join us next Friday. We appreciate it, and be able to hear what the total package sounds like then. And so we'll say 3s for now, and we'll catch you later. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.